Didn't bring this over too, don't get a stool or anything. Woo! Woo! So, anyway, I had a hard time getting here because I tend to blindly follow what my GPS tells me. And if you do that, it's most often wrong, especially in Boston, where there's detours everywhere, roads don't exist sometimes. I think every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the roads are there and they take them out. Anyway, so I was driving, and I almost died. It sent me down like one-way streets the wrong way. It was wrong. And the GPS actually has been getting me into trouble recently because it took me to a strip club, not when I programmed it in, which was a nice surprise, but I didn't know I was ending up in a strip club, which is a strange place to end up. So I was like, all the windows are blacked out. The air smells of stripper perfume. And this place is called Chocolate Fantasy. And it got me thinking, because the GPS is like, oh, recalculating. Like, oh, yeah, you made the mistake, not me. And it got me thinking of, like, what happens if you could get a device in your life that would tell you when you've made a wrong turn in life? Like those poor strippers in there. Like, they had a little device on them that said, recalculated. You should get your GED. Become a radiologist. You turn as soon as possible. So I was at Whole Foods a few weeks ago. Actually, a few months ago now. This is the whole show. That's how you know I'm lying. And I was in the candy aisle, and there was a little kid next to me. And there was no parents around, you know, kids just running free through the candy aisle. I said, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And a mother comes running down the aisle and, like, scoops this kid away from me and gives me a really dirty look. And at first I was a little bit, you know, a little bit turned off by that, because she clearly thought I was a diddler. But then I started looking at myself and do some soul searching and look at what's in my basket. And I thought, why does a grown man need 3 boxes of Very, Very Kicks? Why do I need baby oil? And the answers to that are, 1, I like things that are generally kid-tested. And number 2 is I get shaky. But the problem is, I'm fat, I'm hairy, I'm smelly looking. I might not be smelly on that day, but I'm definitely smelly looking all the time. And it doesn't help when I'm wearing a Justin Bieber t-shirt. But this woman snatches her kid away, and I thought that was really like, I don't know, kind of snobby of her, like, oh man, I just can't keep myself away from her kid. It's that hot. Like, I just can't stop myself because her kid's so fantastic. Anyway, but actually, this is a funny story, because I found this out recently. When I was young, my dad was driving down the side of the driving down my street, or a street over, I think it was. And this is a true story, not a lie. And he saw some kids playing on the side of the road and said, "Hey kids." 3 hours later, the police showed up to our door, thinking my dad was probably a sexual predator. But my dad's not the brightest human being. He actually had a job at MCI Shirley, the prison, and he got fired for giving the inmates the keys. And his defense is, they never gave me any training, they never told me I shouldn't give inmates. Yeah, don't you think the first thing that you should know when working in a prison is not to give inmates the keys to the prison? And his big thing now is he tries really hard to like stay connected and like stay in with my generation. So he tries to use slang, but it's always really outdated slang. Like somewhere along the line he picked up the word redonkulous. So and then he started improvising off that. So it's redonkulous or redonk or redonkey Kong or redonkosphere. And the redonkosphere, from what I've gathered, is the level of the atmosphere in which things are redonkulous. And I told him that if you say redonkulous one more time, I'm legally going to emancipate myself. I still miss it sometimes. Anyway, so I was watching Star Wars again recently. Has anybody watched the saga again since the first three have come out? Yeah? Who's your favorite character?
Favorite character, Han Solo.
Han Solo. Right answer. Wrong answer, Jar Jar Binks. The right answer, Han Solo. And you know why? He's badass. Leia says, I love you. What does Han Solo say? I know. Best answer ever. Because have you ever been in that relationship where someone says, I love you a little too soon, and you're not really ready to say it back? It's like, if you could just somehow get yourself frozen in carbonite to not have that conversation afterwards, it's like, I love you. I know. We'll talk about this in another movie later.